It's interesting. You think that making more money would make you rich. You think that it would make you wealthy. And yet I have friends that are making $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, over $100,000 per month. And not all of them are rich. Some of them are still stuck in a rat race. Now, of course, these are called golden handcuffs because it's much better than having a low-income job, but they're still not free. They haven't achieved that freedom that they wanted before they started their company. They created another rat race for themselves. And if you don't understand and apply these principles that I'm going to share with you in this video, you are at risk of doing the same thing. I got this video idea from having dinner with a couple of my friends about 2 days ago. It was around 20 people or so. It was entrepreneurs. It was high income earners, right? People that are head of large sales companies, people that are entrepreneurs, have their own companies, marketing agency owners, and the incomes ranged, but a lot of people there made over $50K a month or $100K a month. And I was chatting with them. And what struck me was I had a conversation with one guy, and I was talking to him a little bit about Rolexes and this kind of thing as an investment. We were talking about the value of it going up and down and so forth. And he was shocked that I still haven't purchased my first Rolex. And in general, when he asked me about things that I do own and that I have purchased, it's very minimal. I don't actually own much. I have a car that's in the US that I haven't seen in almost 2 years, but I don't own many things. And it made me realize that this trap that a lot of these income earners fall into is they increase their expenses so much that they have to keep working every single month. So if your rent is $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and then you have a car, maybe you have multiple cars, and that's another $5,000, $10,000 a month. I mean, if you're making $20,000, $30K a month, that's already a third of your income, half your income. Then you sign a lease, and then you have this, then you have that, and you own all these things. But those things end up owning you. Because when you want to pivot your business, when you want to make big investments, when you want to make big turns in your company, you can't do it. You can't give someone money if they need it because you have bills to pay. And at the end of the day, if you go a couple months without getting income, you are still a slave. You're still in the rat race. You just created your own rat race. It's insane to me how many people elevate their lives as they make more money. Now, this is very common in jobs where you get slow promotions, right? You get one promotion, you upgrade, you buy a BMW. All right, I can get a BMW now. You get another promotion, and you think it's going to last forever. You buy a house maybe that you can't afford. Then you're in this trap to where you have to keep working because now not only have you experienced this quality of life, and it's going to look really bad if you sell it, if you get rid of your stuff, but also this is what you're accustomed to. You have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to make sure you have what everyone else has. And that's a trap. That is a rat race. You've created your own matrix that now you have to be in, and you are no longer free. I've met people while traveling that make less money, make maybe $7,000, $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, but they own nothing and they're free. They can go out and travel if they want. And the other benefit, strictly business, is I think you can grow your company much faster when you don't have all this overhead, when you don't have all these expenses. I've always been pretty minimalistic. I don't care to buy more things. And this has aided me in growing my company because now, as soon as I started running paid advertising, for example, to try to grow my company, I was able to do that. I had extra money. Even if I spent all the money I made in 1 month, I still had savings from all my other months. I didn't need even my income to live. I could have reinvested everything. And even if I failed, I would have learned a lot, and then I could have tried again the next month. So it gives you the opportunity to keep making bigger swings. Now, you don't want to live like this forever. Of course, you want to enjoy yourself. You want to enjoy the money. You want to do fun things, have cool experiences with your friends. But that's not a waste, right? You're not wasting money on those things. A waste would be you making a little bit more money and then instantly leveling up your life. Some of these people that I know, sadly, live in that reality. There was one guy that told me he spent over $10,000 on just girls. I don't even know what he did. I think it was a girl. He flew her out to a bunch of countries that he was traveling to and everything. Wasn't his girlfriend. And I'm thinking, how much of a waste of money is that? Think about if you put that into paid ads. You could grow your company. You can scale the business. There's so much more that you can do. Now, that's obviously a bit of a more extreme example, but leveling up your car is the biggest one that I see. When I was working 9-to-5 jobs, I remember everyone that got promoted ended up upgrading their stuff, buying nicer cars, or even buying things like luxury sunglasses or clothes or this or that. And how in the world do you expect to ever get ahead if that's how you want to live? You're always living. If your income is here, you're always living so close to it. You upgrade it, that's going up too. But what if you upgraded your income and you stayed here and you just lived like you're broke? You keep upgrading it. Okay, cool. I'm doing well. Boom. Okay. Keep going up. Take that profit, reinvest in the business, reinvest in the business, reinvest in the business. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have other friends that have done this, and that's why they are where they are. But it's a mix. It's a divide. I don't like to buy a lot of stuff. I've never liked to buy things. I care more about experiences. My guess is you probably do as well. But this is especially true for business. It gives you mental clarity. When you can just live frugally, you know you can invest a lot of your money and you can put it into a business venture. And even if it doesn't work out, you're fine. You're fine. You could take risks. You can have breathing room. And this is freedom. If I didn't have this, I don't even know that I would have this YouTube channel. If I was always living paycheck to paycheck. How are you supposed to take risks inside of your marketing agency or your company if every time you make money, you spend it on something? And trust me, it doesn't seem like a big deal now. Right now, you're probably thinking, oh, no, I just want to grow my company. I'm not at that stage. That's not going to happen to me. And that's okay. That's okay. But as you start growing, it'll come up to your mind. You'll start doing the math. And you'll look at that Lamborghini and you'll say, okay, that's only really 2 clients. Technically, I could afford that. I'm at $15K a month. I'd like to get that. Sign a year lease. It's a trap. It's a trap because now you have to keep working. And now you won't be able to downgrade. You won't ever be able to have just a normal Honda Civic now. On one hand, that's good because you want to be driven, but I prefer freedom. I'm driven by movement, by being able to move, by being able to do what I want, travel where I please. And if you're like that, in fact, you probably are if you're watching my channel, you want to have freedom. And it's funny because even the influencers that I've met when I lived in Las Vegas, hundreds of thousands of followers, and they have this online brand. Some of them didn't even make 6 figures. This is before I had any online presence. And it was so shocking to me because if you look at their Instagram, if you look at their profile, they're flexing so much. You would think they have all this money. Instagram is the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie. I've met these influencers. A lot of them don't make any money. It's kind of sad. But when they pick you up, they're driving BMWs, they got nice cars, nice things, but When you ask him to do a trip, when you ask him to do something fun, hey, let's go here. Let's take a helicopter tour. They can't afford it. They can't afford it because they're living paycheck to paycheck. I've been in this situation where I myself have seen that exact scenario play out. So it's interesting to me, right? And then you have something like the virus in 2020 that took out a lot of jobs, and then now these people can't live at all. They have to sell all their nice things, take a huge shot in their ego. So the biggest takeaway, the biggest action step that you can take from this video is set yourself a monetary goal. If you like certain things, maybe you like cars, you like watches, you like whatever, you want to buy that for yourself. You want to enjoy your life. You don't want to be this minimalistic being that buys nothing. Set a goal that's far beyond what you would need to purchase that. And once you hit that goal, then gift it to yourself. But make sure it's not close. Don't make 10, 15K a month and then rent out a Lambo. Don't do that.